Got started, right? Very good. So we'll see. First of all, what is modem? Devices. I didn't tell about a modem. Only switch and router only. See modem. Okay. So what is modem? Modulator and demodulator. So within our network, within your LAN communication, so we communicate to one system to another system through switches, routers. So entirely it is a binary signals only, right? So electrical signal, binary signal, that to low frequency signals only, not for a long communication signals. So signals are like in a digital format. Okay, pulse signals only we are doing. Okay, so we are using a digital signals. Okay, so what it is modulator will do, modem will do, it converts the digital signal to analog signal. Analog signals are like, very simply say what is a modem. Here it is. If you have a FM radio, if you see FM radio, FM, what is FM? Anyone? Electronics, electrical, telecommunication. What is FM?
Frequency modulator.
Very good. Frequency modulator. Modulator. Frequency modulator. So the frequency range is 88 to 108 megahertz frequency in India. Okay. So for example, you have a 104 fever is there. Okay. So that is Mumbai station 104 or 98.3. These are megahertz frequencies. Our voice is 20 to 20 kilohertz frequency. Voice, general voice is 20 to 20 kilohertz frequency only. But whenever you speak, it won't go for long distance, right? Long distance we have to put loudspeaker. Loudspeaker amplify your voice base, but again still not. It's like a broadcast only, but it is not a only particular receiver end is not there. So only it is whether you are like it or not. So you have to listen to it. So through loudspeaker, 20 to 20 kilohertz frequency, and with a certain amplitude we have. But when you put a loudspeaker, it is high amplitude, but still there is no point to point or a broadcast to point to one particular point is not communicating. But what is FM? It modulate your frequency. They put your signal into higher frequency and transmit it. So very long distance also we can communicate. But other side, we need a demodulator. FM radio is required to receive the signal. You need a FM transmitter, modulate and transmit. FM transmitter. FM receiver. It receives the signal to the radio and then it demodulate, and we can able to hear the voice, right? So this is to understand modulator and demodulator. Same thing, this modems converts your digital signal to analog signal for internet connectivity, for communicating. So we use this for a mainly internet connection purpose. Not a modem, no internet connection. Your mobile phone 4G chipset is there internally. The CPU mixed with 4G signal or separate 4G chipset is there. It connects to whenever you want to connect to internet. The 4G data connection will on and it transmit your mobile, what are the browsing thing is there, and send it and demodulate when it is received. Same goes for your home Wi-Fi router. The router having a built-in modem is there. In earlier days, we have a external modems, internal modems are there. So I'll put a only modems. Okay, it is like this: external modems, internal modems. So they're just what are the telephone connection coming from ISP provider or exchange kind of stuff. So it will connect it to here. Then it will make a connection between your modem to internet. Okay, so once internet is connected, we redistribute it to our entire network. So like that. So different type of external modems are there. Okay. Okay. This is a original diagram in a very old days. This is external modem directly connected to the telephone lines using a serial cable is connected to your computer. And later lot of technology changes occurs. So then now we are having a lot of easy facilities are there like a Wi-Fi router kind of stuff. So can you see this is the internal modem directly connected to your computer. This is external modems. So we'll see in a diagrammatic how modem will works. Look at here. This is my network. So here it is my modem. Okay. So modem is connected to your ISP through ISP. Internet connection is there. Okay. So we have to connect it to modem. So once what is there inside, like you can, if you see your router configuration, if you have a Wi-Fi router in your home, you can look at that configuration. We put a username, passwords also inside. Your username, passwords, we put it, and we'll tell what type of connection it is. It is a PPPoE or PPP connection or VCE connection. So what type of connection you are to make it. Telephone numbers. Okay. So what it will do, it will try to connect to the through exchange to internet. Okay, once internet is connected, because it verify your username and password through ISP provider. ISP provider check your username. Yes, this is 10 Mbps connection, 50 Mbps connection. This user paid already amount. So then give the connection. So everything is correct. Like you paid a bill on time and username password is correct. Of course, first username password is correct. You paid a bill. What is your internet speed? What is your internet speed? Based on that, you'll get a connection. So you have internet now. You have internet. But how to distribute it? So you have one computer, then for example, just you can connect it to modem directly. So then you'll get a internet. This is very simple. You have a modem. So through telephone lines or what are the fiber optical lines, internet is connected. Once internet is connected, so you can take it to your computer or a laptop where you are connected. This is simple one. But in our home, we have a multiple devices. So what to do? It establish only WAN connectivity. So LAN connectivity, we need a private networks. Okay, this is the WAN connectivity. You have a single server means, okay, no problem. One IP address, you have to take it extra. You have 10 computers, 10 public IP addresses. You have to take it from the ISP provider. I have 10 computers, 10 IP addresses required. Then we'll take it. That is in the olden days. You have computers or servers are there. You want internet connection to these devices. What to do? You have to take these many IP addresses. You have to apply IP addresses to ISP provider. I have a 10 computers. I need a 10 IP addresses. 10 IP addresses will be distributed to it. Okay. So that is earlier days. Now in our home and basic office, it's not working like that. So what we are doing is simply we put a router here. We put a router. Okay. So why I put as round symbol? Round symbol represent router, but router is not in a round symbol. It is a box type only. Okay. Okay. So this is my router. What router will do? Router actually, this is the public connection, right? So this is the modem internet connection. Router will do connect logical network. So what happened here? I have a computers. Okay. I have a computers in my network. Computers are connected to switch. Computers are connected to a switch. Okay. Then switch is connected to router. So this is completely a private network. So you can take it like this is my private network. This is my public network. So one need to do any drawing like this. So router connects your modem. So modem internet we can access through router. But we are in the LAN network. We are in the our own LAN network, means our own private network. So we are using, for example, I am using a 192.168.10.0 network. For example, this is my network. So this is a .11, .12, .13, .14, .15. These are the IP addresses. So in a router, this interface, this particular interface which is connected to our LAN, having a same our local network only. So for example, .1. I'm writing in separately that IP address 192.168.10.1. Okay, so 192.168.10.1 is the IP address of this router towards our LAN, towards our LAN. So what will happen here if any PC want to communicate outside, the packet sent to the switch, switch to router, router to modem, modem to outside. This will happen. Okay. Same goes. If 14 PC want to communicate, send a packet to a switch, switch to router, router to outside. Right. So this is what happens with our internet connectivity. Internet connectivity. Okay, so this is our modem. Modem is connect. It make a connection. It is establish a connection to internet. Router route the packets, like it will connect a logical network, a private network to the modem. So through modem, you can able to communicate. Of course, what it is? Here it is a WAN connectivity. It is a public network, and of course, this is the private network. Okay, so the router, one side it is works for a LAN, and another side it is WAN connectivity. Okay, that is one point. So router do a lot of things here. So here it is again. One more point I want to say. These routers. So for a router, you can say router act like a DHCP server. What is DHCP? Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. What is DHCP? It will give IP address. It assign IP address to the client PCs. So through router also we can get a IP address. You're in a Wi-Fi network. In your home, you have a Wi-Fi internet connectivity. Your mobile phone, laptops are getting an IP address, including my laptop is also get IP address. Okay, my laptop also got IP address through the router only, because of route act like a DHCP server. Okay, so we can configure the DHCP server kind of stuff. Second, the router act like a default gateway. What is gateway? Let's see. Okay, so what is a gateway? The gateway means you have a computer's network is there. Okay, so I will take another color. Guys, please tell me like this one. If this PC .12 want to communicate .13, how it will communicate? It will send a packet to switch to this PC, right? So I want to communicate from .12 to .13 through switch only. Is any involvement of router here? Or this connection, this particular connection is required? No, right?
No.
So very good. You don't require default gateway here. To communicate one system to another system within your LAN communication, don't require default gateway. For example, if this 15 PC want to communicate a Google.com,
ते सगळं ट्रेनिंग देताय तिथं.
okay, this 15 PC want to communicate Google.com. How to it is communicate? Same thing. Go to switch to router, modem, and finally it reaches Google.com. So when you are communicating outside of your network, we need a gateway. For example, now we are not directly are able to see each other. Okay. Okay. So we can't able to see each other, but think like this. You're all sitting in a one classroom, one room. You and your friends and everyone is sitting in a one room. Now you want to talk each other. You are all in a one room only. So you want to talk each other. Okay. For example, Sudhir want to talk to Rushikesh. So you are all in the same room. Is it required to open the door to talk each other?
No.
Not required, right? For example, your friend is waiting outside. One of your friend is out waiting outside. You want to go and talk. What to do? We'll open the door and we'll go outside, right? So this is the door or gate. We call that one as a default gate. So for example, your room having only one gate. By default, it is default gateway. Two doors are there. One door is going to outside. One door is going to another room. Which is default gateway now? You have to choose which is your gateway to communicate. You want to talk to people who is in other room, you will choose this one. You want to talk to people who are outside of this room, means in a different side. You choose this is gateway. The last point is okay. So I think you got it. Because you told answer also, that is good. Now in this one, what is my default gateway IP address? Default gateway IP address. So this is my default gateway IP address. How it is? This is my router interface. I want to communicate outside. First, I have to go through this interface only. So that interface IP address is default gateway interface. Okay. This is very simple. Simple office. Okay, kind of stuff. Okay, so that still little bit few more things. I will add it to this diagram, but guys understand this diagram, right? How actually network is there. In our Wi-Fi internet connections, we don't have so many kind of stuff, right? We have only one router. So we call this one as a Wi-Fi router. We call that one as. We have one router. In generally nowadays we are using Wi-Fi routers. Then where is the modem? Modem is inbuilt only. Modem is built into this Wi-Fi router. Either you connection with a telephone connection or maybe fiber optical connection or a WAN connection. So okay, direct WAN cable connection. So what depends upon your ISP provider. But first one is your modem. What modem will do? Modem makes a connection to your ISP provider. So then we'll get a internet. Whatever the type of connection it is, we are getting a Wi-Fi routers with the built-in modems are there. Okay, so example, so this model you can see, these are all built-in models. So the Wi-Fi routers, but still it contains, we need a backside pictures. Connection pictures are not there. We will open with Amazon is there. Yeah, this is the backside picture. You can look at here. There is a 4 LAN ports, yellow color or orange color. The blue one is your RJ45 internet connection. Like you take a ACT internet connection, okay, like that. So you take a ACT kind of stuff. So we'll connect it to this one. Internet blue one, internet connection, outside connection. This is local connection and it is a Wi-Fi router. And also you can see the LED light status will tell you what is your connection it is. Okay. And some other modems also there, that is telephone connection is also there. So those routers are built-in modem routers. Again, screen problem. So I will reshare it. This internet volume is there here. Okay, internet volume. Okay, so this is router. Next part is act like a router only. Router, DHCP server. Can you able to see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this one is act like a router, and also it will distribute internet through Wi-Fi. It is also distribute internet to Wi-Fi. Okay. So this is, so we can connect your wireless devices directly, like your laptops, mobile phones, tablets. So we can directly connect it to Wi-Fi. If you have a computers, okay, like a desktops. In my room, I have a desktop. I directly connect it through wire. Or otherwise I will put another switch. Through switch also I can able to distribute. So we cannot call this one as a Wi-Fi router. We have to tell it's a Wi-Fi router modem kind of. Okay. So generally it is, it's a Wi-Fi dual band. It is telling, it is not telling, it is just a router. Okay. So this is basically what we have. The thing which is I showed, this is the whole diagram. Of course, I'll tell another story here. When I'm disconnected or connected. Is there? Look at here. The modem is common. The modem is common. Okay. It is a modem. What is the use of modem? To connect internet. Okay. Next, we'll take a router. Router to make a connection between local LAN communication to outside communication. That is your router. So very important is route one network to other type of network. Internally you have one type of network, outside you have a different type of network. So definitely we need a router. Otherwise we don't require. If you have a same network like a completely public networks, we don't require. So we have a computers. Computers are connected. I have a multiple computers, but router have a very limited number of ports. Router has a direct ports are very limited. So what we are using, we using a switch or access point. Some people call this one as a access point. Okay, access point is different, switch is different, but functionality wise same. It make a connecting multiple devices. Okay, but why keep a distance? No distance is required. This is the diagram I've written earlier. Okay, this is my LAN network, and this is my gateway. Just for example, here why I put like this again. For example, in my network, I have a laptops. Okay, I have a laptop kind of stuff is there. Mobile phones are there, or tablets are there in my network. So devices, okay, wireless devices also available. It is crossing my place. So I will remove these connections to make it very small. So earlier days, what the people are using, if you have any wireless devices, okay, like a laptops kind of stuff is there. So we cannot provide a connection because the point of having a built-in Wi-Fi with your laptop, mobile phone, or a tablet kind of stuff, no need to use any wires. No need to use any wire kind of stuff. No need to specifically make a switch connection to you. So what they will use it? They use a Wi-Fi access point. Okay, it is very simple. It is wireless access point. What is this wireless access point? Very simple. It is either you connect from your router or you can connect it from your switch. Either way, we connect it. Okay. Next, we distribute internet or network through Wi-Fi. So we have to put a symbolic representation of Wi-Fi kind of stuff. This is the original Wi-Fi, not router. It's a wireless access point. Router is different. Router means two networks communication. Two networks, two different network communication. Okay. So I have a normal router. I have a normal router, not a Wi-Fi router it is. So it will only make a communication between your local network to outside network. Means two different networks. What is this access point? Through access point, you can able to connect it. Your wireless devices will get connection to your network through wireless access point. Nowadays, we are using a Wi-Fi routers directly and Wi-Fi extensions for getting internet for a little forward. Like I'm sitting in a one room. Okay, so my room is far from the internet connect Wi-Fi router. Signal is weak. So what I will do, I'll use Wi-Fi extensions. That is Wi-Fi extensions are examples of wireless access point. Wireless access point. One other example we can say. Again, we'll come back. modem, router connection is done. Okay. Now we have a wireless devices. To connect wireless devices, we need a wireless access point. Wireless access point. So that is the point here. Of course, the previous diagram I showed, your Wi-Fi router is nothing but a modem plus router plus Wi-Fi access point. Okay, so three things it is doing. It is okay. This is N300 model D-Link. This is also Wi-Fi router. So you can see WAN, LAN, CAN connections. It is there. So, okay. Wi-Fi router to router, the type of connectivity is different. For example, it is 300 N300 type of modems only provide a 2.4 gigahertz connection. So around 30 Mbps, 40 Mbps, like that only it will support. So these AC models, AC 750, okay, AC 1200, it's a dual channel, dual band Wi-Fi's. It support high communication, like see this 2.4 gigahertz, 300 Mbps connection. This is 500 Mbps connections. You can go to descriptions, compulsory go to description and find how much data speed is there in both the frequencies. Okay. For example, in my home, we have a Geo internet connection. That modem gives two signals, 2.4, another is a 5 gigahertz connection. So if you connected to 2.4, I get a 30 Mbps. If I connect to 5 gigahertz, I will get a 150 up to 150 gigahertz. Okay, because we taken 100 only, so I will get 100 at least 100 Mbps internet connection. Okay. So like that, so it depends upon your access point, the bandwidth is also, the data speed is also different. So point is here, wireless access point. So I told about a modem to connect internet. So modem having different interfaces, some modems depends upon a modem. So telephone line interface is there with the RJ11 connection. That WAN interface is there. People say it is a WAN interface. It's actually it is normal cable only. So RJ11 connection, RJ45 connection. Depends upon a modem. The modem is your FC modem. So then you will get a FC connection. Interface. It is make a connection, to establish the connection to ISP. Okay, so then only we'll get an internet connection. So router do that. So and also I told default gateway. What is default gateway? So the local network. So here it is the point to communicate within network, within the within the network, within the LAN network. You can say within the LAN network or within the private network. We don't require modem. We don't require a router or default gateway. First of all. So then what is this gateway? use of gateway is to communicate outside of the LAN network, your current LAN network, outside of the network. Communicate through gateway. So we communicate through. So gateway can be anything. It's not only a router. It is not only a router. So we can put a different gateway kind of stuff. Only thing is gateway uses you are in a one network. You want to communicate outside of your network. So we communicate through that gateway. So you have to go outside through that gateway. So that is default gateway. Okay. So it will show to go outside gateway. Okay. Generally, router act like a gateway, default gateway. Okay. Router LAN interface IP address is your default gateway. Okay. So it is not like a default gateway does not mean IP address. Address is given to a device, right? So which device it is? It can be your router, your Wi-Fi router, your router, or some other device I use for gateway device. Okay, what are the meaning of gateways? To make a communication from your network to outside of network. That is your gateway. Okay, so your router act like a gateway. So default gateway is generally default gateway. Generally, your router act like a default gateway. So LAN interface of router. So router having two interfaces. One is LAN interface, another is a WAN interface. LAN interface towards us is a your default gateway IP address. Your default gateway is IP address. For example, you want to check the IP address again. IP config. See, it is my default gateway. So this is nothing but my router's LAN interface address. This is my router LAN interface address, default gateway. One more. This is not a originally, it's not a fixed one, but in generally, I'm telling in generally, default gateway IP addresses like this one. Last is 1. Okay, default gateway IP addresses like this. Okay, so you can see the default gateways in generally, whatever the network it is, the last is 1 only. The last is 1. It does not mean compulsory you have to be 1 only. My default gateway can be 100 or 50 or 200, depends upon my other network or a local network. I can choose my default gateway. Okay, other depends upon the device or configurations. But in generally, I'm telling it is like that only. So that is keep it in mind. Yes, understand default gateway.
Yes, sir.
Here it is, access point. Access point is like a switch. Okay, so we are using a switch to connect a LAN network, right? So connects multiple devices. Okay, How to tell it is, so connects multiple devices to router like a switch. So multiple devices are connecting to router, right? So one single interface. Multiple interfaces of devices. So devices interfaces were directly connected. So this access point is like a switch on, not much differences. Wireless access point. Wireless access point. So this is one better difference is there. Okay, already I told I have a router. I want to distribute network. Okay. For example, I want to distribute network connectivity to wireless devices. Wireless devices. We use wireless access point. Wireless access point. Wireless router, Wi-Fi router is different. Wi-Fi access points are different. Okay. Wi-Fi router is different from wireless access point. Different. So how it is different? What is router? Router is an internetworking device. Why it is? Router is internetworking device. Meaning is it connects different networks. Wi-Fi router is different from wireless access point. Router is internetworking device, connects different networks. Okay, so Wi-Fi router means one side is different network, other side is different network. So one side is your local network, your one kind of network it is 192.168.10.0 network it is, but outside is a some public network or a different network it is. So different kind of outside connection. So that's why we use Wi-Fi router there or router. Okay. So wireless access point only distribute the network connectivity. You don't do anything of router work. Okay. Access point is like a switch. Only it is give a connection. Okay. So it give connects to same network only, not a different network kind of stuff. It's only for distribution purpose only. Okay. So one more is there that is called a Wi-Fi extensions. It's like your Wi-Fi extension device. So Wi-Fi extension devices are there now. So what is this? This is extender or extension. So these are the Wi-Fi extension. For example, I have internet in a one location is there. So in a one different room, internet is there. I sit in after one or two rooms. Currently, I sit like that only. So what happened? It is very difficult to catch the signal in the local because of the built-in Wi-Fi chipset is little weaker. It is if Wi-Fi router is nearby, I will get a good signal reception is there. If Wi-Fi is a little bit far, then the signal reception is very less. So what I will do, I'll do this kind of extensions. These extensions do not do any kind of routing kind of stuff. We don't do any routing. What it will do? What it will do? So only take the signal and with the full signal capacity, it will distribute the signals. So then we'll get a full signal to our mobile phones or laptops. So this is the Wi-Fi extension, wireless access point. One more I want to tell, that is your Wi-Fi hotspot. Because of these are all regular ones, so because we are all having this one, you may not know wireless access point, but you may hear about a Wi-Fi extension or a extender kind of stuff. Extenders, Wi-Fi routers. You may not know how regular router is there, but you know Wi-Fi router, how it is look like. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, what is this Wi-Fi hotspot? Anybody tell? What is Wi-Fi hotspot? Anyone?
Sir, we can use other person's device and data using hotspot.
Very good. Very good.
It only allows
So
specific devices to connect.
very good. You tell me reverse side means like you have a internet. You want to distribute internet to others. Okay. What is Wi-Fi hotspot for mobile phone? You have a 4G network. Okay, 4G. You got a 4G internet connection. Okay, you can distribute your internet to others through Wi-Fi hotspot. Right? So we're distributing internet to others. So you are getting 4G, you're distributing internet through your Wi-Fi hotspot. So your mobile phone automatically become, it's a kind of router. It's a kind of router only. So they will get your mobile phone that is SSID and give the password. Then automatically they can connect it. So they are also getting internet. But you're getting internet is in a 4G mobile internet, but you are distributing in Wi-Fi. So 4G means it's a mobile data connection or mobile data internet. Mobile internet, we are distributing. Of course, I got a wide connection. I got a wide internet. Okay, I can distribute this wide internet to other devices through Wi-Fi hotspot. There is no fixed questions or fixed answer kind of stuff. In an interview or anywhere, so something means the questions will come up, which is you are using regularly also. So we are using Wi-Fi hotspot. You can convert your mobile, like if I connect to my wide internet connection. Okay, now I have a mobile phone, so I can distribute to my mobile phone also. So like you can see, so in my system, in my Windows 10 also providing mobile hotspot. Okay, I can't do mobile hotspot now. Why? Because of I got internet through Wi-Fi. So redistribution is what happened. I am receiving a signal. So I can't send it simultaneously. Receive and send won't happens connectivity wise. But if I connect it to wired, then I can distribute through Wi-Fi. Okay, so that is a Wi-Fi hotspot. But when you check it, so here it is. So when you check it, you are become a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you are make a connection to another mobile. Check your IP address. Check IP address here also. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, if you to understand a different IP address, different network kind of stuff, if you don't have any router kind of stuff, Wi-Fi router don't have. Okay, so what you will do, turn on 4G in your mobile phone. Okay, in another mobile. Okay, so through Wi-Fi, this Wi-Fi connection. So turn on 4G, give through Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay, turn on Wi-Fi hotspot. Then connect this hotspot to another mobile. Check IP address here. Check IP address here. Check the IP address of 4G connectivity. Check your Wi-Fi IP address. And you can check this IP address. So you can, like that, you can understand how this Wi-Fi routers, routing, okay, connectivity, different network connectivity, you can able to understand. Okay, so these are the main devices we discussed, but one more, not one more, there is so many devices are there. Firewall. Firewall is usually it is a hardware device, and software application is also there. Sometimes firewalls are built in your operating system. So firewall as a hardware device, firewall as a software application, firewall as a software application built into your operating system. Okay, so in a three ways the firewall is there. Hardware wise, you can see this. Again, so we have a modem and we have a router. Modem makes internet connectivity. But is this firewall? We put a firewall here. Okay, so we access through firewall. In a home network, we don't use a specific firewall, but if you are in enterprises, organizations, we use firewalls. Okay, we use firewalls. We use firewalls. What is this firewall will do it? As I said earlier, if anyone want to communicate from outside to inside, first of all, inside to outside. So we'll go to another diagram. So we'll see. This is the firewall. I put here firewall here. Okay. The firewall meaning is it protect your network from unauthorized users. So you want to communicate, like you are send a packet. You send a packet through firewall. It go outside, and firewall let response from outside to inside. Means it's a one-way traffic only. One way means if you go outside, you can come inside. So you send a packet, you receive a packet. It's very simple. You send a packet, you'll get a response. You send a request, you will get a response. So that's the firewall will do. No problem in that one. But someone is trying to access through to your system. What happened? Your firewall does not allow to come inside. Okay, that is the basic rule of firewall. Of course, we'll configure the firewall. So which network should be communicate, which network should not be communicate. So which network should be communicate outside, which network should not be communicate outside, also we can do it. Protocols, port numbers, we can able to manage the firewall. Okay, what firewall will do? Filters the traffic. So one of the thing is it filters the traffic. So what is this traffic kind of stuff? Filters the traffic. So it does not allow restricted sites or networks to firewall. Okay, does not allow sites, particular site kind of stuff, network kind of stuff, protocols, port number wise, protocol wise, network related wise, service wise, okay, services. So we can able to restrict access from inside to outside, outside to inside. Restrict access from inside to outside and outside to inside. So from inside to outside, outside to inside. This is the firewall. So different type of firewalls are there. So ASA firewall, okay. Cisco PIX firewall is there. PF Sense, is a firewall. Alto Polo, like this. There are several firewalls also there. Okay, so which is used to protect your network from unauthorized access. These are the hardware devices wise. Okay, so Microsoft Threat Management Gateway 2010, only it is last version is 2010. It is a update version of Microsoft ASA servers. It is also software based, nothing but a software application. Microsoft ASA servers, okay, and Threat Management Gateway 2010. Actually, it is Forefront Threat Management Gateway. So you want to check it. Forefront Threat Management Gate. (2010). Okay, it is like this. So Forefront Threat Management Gateway. Okay. Actually, I installed this one in my virtual machine and I done. Okay, like this. This is the internet. This is the client. This is the client. So this is Forefront Threat Management Gateway. This is the gateway. So what I have done, so here it is. I will restrict certain website to access or a certain network to access. So we are going through this network only, going through this TMG. It works like a proxy servers also. It is works like a proxy server and as well as a firewall also. We can control the traffics. Okay, and also we can see what are the actual communication we are getting. Okay. So these are a lot of diagrams are there. You can try Forefront Threat Management Gateway. So this is software based applications are there. Some are hardware based also there. So we'll see that one hardware based. PF Sense firewall. So like this. So box. You can connect your internet connection from outside and connected to your LAN connection. So this is WAN connection is connected to your PF Sense and it is connected to LAN and as well as a DMZ, demilitarization zone. There is a word called DMZ, demilitarization zone. So what is this demilitarization? So yeah, like this demilitarization zone. Okay, it's a level of access. Spelling is correct or not? So this is like a we can define a level. Okay, level, it is a level 0 to 100. So level is from 0 to 100. It is a restriction level. It's nothing but a restriction level, that is a demilitarization zone. Okay, meaning is there is a public park. Anyone can go. Public, anyone go. Private, only particular person, the private property owners only can able to allow. Public and private. What is this DMZ? You have a server. The server is connected to public, but you are not allow everyone to access. Server is publicly you are connecting, but you are not allow all type of access. Only particular type of access only web access, only this particular access. You can able to do it. Okay. I will give you one example here. No. Yeah, example I will give. Okay. One example. Look at here. I have a server. The server is web server. So the client send a request. Website request. Client want to access website from your web server. So what type of request you have to do it? What type of request he has to do it? Client will send HTTP request. Very good. HTTP request. So web server respond with the HTTP. Okay, but what I done, my client send a FTP request. That is not a web FTP server. Okay, FTP server. So what I have to do? Web server, drop the packet. It see the request, no response. It will say we don't give any response. We drop the packet, or we'll give some response to it. I am not a FTP server. Or I will tell like a so no I will get a no response from kind of stuff, and web server side it will drop the packet. Client is keep sending that one. Different clients keep sending FTP, SMTP, or maybe POP3 or maybe NTP, like that. They're different places, different clients keep sending a different type of protocol request. So what will happen? Server receive it, verify the protocol, and drop the packet, right? So server is a machine, right? Web server means it is contains operating system, applications, network connectivity. So on your network port, lot of traffic will be generated. Lot of traffic is generated at your server port. So obviously, what will be affected? Guys, understand? I have web server. I have a a web server is there, and people are asking, I put it in a public IP address, everything is there, but people are sending a different type of request. HTTP request, it will respond. Other requests like a FTP request, SMTP request, or a ping request, okay, like this. They'll keep sending a different type of request. What happened? Traffic jam. Traffic jam. The original performance, original HTTP kind of responses will damage, right? So there is a traffic policies there. You reported a crime, you reported for a hospital, you reported for a something like different type of, what is his duty? Instead of that one, you are telling other duties, other request. Then original duty will be also will be affected here. So what I will do, I will put a firewall. Either it is a software firewall or a hardware firewall. I will put a request like yellow HTTP request for this particular server. This particular server IP address, yellow HTTP request. So people are sending a request, HTTP request. Yes, go. Someone is sending FTP request for this server. Drop the packet here only. Okay. Someone send SMTP request. Drop the packet here only. So we are not allowing the packets to your server based on the port number or a service. That's why I written here does not allow restricted sites. Okay. Protocols, port numbers or services. Only allow HTTP. Does not allow all the things. So like that. In firewall, I configure allow only HTTP and deny others. So what happened? Only HTTP is allowed. Guys, understand this point? Firewall, one of the configuration. Tell me. So just take a 5 minutes break. So what I told just now is a NAT completed, right? So this is SO, this diagram already told, right? This is SOHO, small office, home office kind of stuff, network I told, and I put a firewall also here in office. Like small offices, we don't require firewalls, but big offices we require a firewall. So for example, in my office, I don't have any firewall here. So my laptop firewall, built-in firewall will protect my system. Okay. So, and we discussed about the modems, default gateway, access point, and firewall also. Next one, I will tell about ACL. When I told ACL, firewall is also come into that one ACL. Okay. Access control list. And also I will tell VPN. That is, we will complete today. Then I will tell few things to check it. So compulsory you have to go and check it, those things. So those things are like a what we can say, yeah, tomorrow I am going to start Windows 10 installation. Before installation, so you have to download and all, I will tell. Okay, so just take a relax for 5 minutes. Okay, I don't extend.